Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250 and welcome back to Umineko. I appreciate all the well wishes everyone gave me for my sickness. I'm still suffering from it somewhat, but it's starting to recede now, and I think I could manage about half an hour here. Still looking at doing the stream soonish, though as for the specific date I'm not exactly sure. I'm a little nervous about running into, a holiday or near a holiday due to, people being busy with their own holiday plans. So, I could potentially do sometime in the evening of Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But, that still has the possibility of running into, family time. So, I'm not so sure about that. We might do after, like on the 26th or after. I'm not sure. But anyway, we can do a little bit from here. I actually, for some reason, it looked like I forgot to save here. My last save was a bit back, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I had to go and skip through a couple minutes to get back to here. So anyway, let's continue where we learned about quadrillion being a key. There's only one place you'd find that word on Rokinjima. Ah, the chapel. Gold butterflies flitted from shadow to shadow, dodging raindrops.
わらわの記憶が間違っていなければ、確かここで見た覚えがある。
It was the chapel. That mysterious building, one of the oldest on Rokinjima, which had been built at the same time as the mansion. It was called the chapel, but not once had Kinza used it for worship, and the members of the family had never been allowed inside. There were strict orders that none approach it without reason, and its purpose has always been a mystery. However, all of these mysteries got boring after several decades. At some point, everyone forgot the chapel even existed, and that splendid building passed from the thoughts of Rokinjima's residents. Of course, this had been true for Bito as well. Bito, who hated boredom, had no desire to approach places that humans never went. Her last memory was of the time she went in there to taunt Shannon as she tried to clean.
間違いない。
Because that's definitely what happened.
あれであるな。クワドリリオン。
Bito looked up, above the door of the chapel. There was a relief displayed over an arch. English words were written there.
お前は1000兆分の1の確率でしか祝福されない。
That's a very sinister thing to write on a chapel.
あの謎を解ける者が現れる確率を、そなたは1000兆という名の奇跡に見立てたのか。
This chapel was built long ago. If there's a device like the one I imagine, Kinza must have prepared that epitaph riddle many decades ago. He must have been planning to use it at a ceremony for choosing a fitting successor all this time. However, that ceremony is now a ceremony to open the door to the Golden Land and to my resurrection. When I snapped my fingers, the ground bulged and several snake-like dead trees sprouted up. They twisted around each other to form a ladder, which leaned itself against the door.
わらわの想像通りならば、あのレリーフが仕掛けだ。
I slowly climbed the ladder. Because of the size of the door, the relief was very high up. This close up, it looks much bigger than it did from the ground.
そういえば、礼拝堂を大掃除するとき、あの源氏がわざわざこのレリーフだけは自らの手で磨いていたな。その程度のこと、なぜ若い使用人に任せぬのかと不思議に思っていたものだが。
I thought it strange, but nothing more. The master treasured this relief, so the head servant cared for it himself. I always accepted that excuse. But now I understand. There must be something in this relief. And Genji polished it himself to make sure that no one else accidentally found out.
このクワドリリオンから鍵の選びし6文字を生贄に捧げるということか。
The tips of my fingers touched the cue. My fingertips were soon covered with dust. However, I quickly realized that there was something strange about it.
この文字、まさか。いや、そうでなくてはならん。でなくては生贄に捧げられぬからな。
Beto grabbed the letter Q, and after lightly playing around with it in various ways, she pulled it out with a slight clunk.
やはりな。
Here's the Q I pulled out. Well, it's pretty nice to know that you're heading in the right direction, because I doubt many reliefs have removable letters. In this part's a wedge. No, it's a key. A key was attached to the back of the Q, and that had been stuck into a keyhole in the relief.
そういうことか。ならば、あとはわかるぞ。よしよし、この9の鍵は違う。お前は外れだ。
Beto carelessly tossed the Q key aside. This was the first sacrifice. She kept on pulling out the keys for the 6 letters representing the key.
A も生贄であるな。そして I も2つ生贄だ。最後の N も生贄か。L は1文字を生贄であるが、困ったぞ。L は2つあるではないか。
There were 2 L's. I didn't know which I should sacrifice. I tried pulling both out, but the keys were of different shapes. So one is a right answer and one is a wrong answer.
どうせ2通りしかない。
What, do you get tested by the flames of death if you're wrong? Just try one.
誤りだったらもう片方を試せばいいんだけ
Exactly,
ど。
that's what I'm saying. Unless messing up sets off a trap that blows up the island, of course. Thinking it a waste of time to sit here worrying, I decided on the right L and pulled it out. 5 letters remained in the word.
これにて第1の番は終了だ。続いて第2の番。
On the second twilight, those who remain shall tear apart the 2 who are closed.
D と R が寄り添っているな。これを引き裂くとはいかに。抜けばよいのか。
But if I do, there will only be 3 letters left. By this point, I was able to make a good guess at what the gouge and kill lines meant.
えぐりて殺せはおそらく鍵をひねって回してから引き抜けという意味であるに違いない。となれば頭から足はおそらく左の文字鍵から右へ順にそれを行えという意味に違いあるまい。
If that's the case, there must be 5 characters left on the board. In other words, tear apart doesn't mean kill.
それで引き裂けと考えた場合、この D と R にしかしどうやる。またしてもやり方2通りであるぞ。
Do I remove the D and move it to the left? Do I remove the R and move it to the right? After pondering this for some time, I realized that both choices were wrong.
違う。そうではないのだ。さっきの L から間違っていた。
A short while ago, I removed the right of the 2 L's. However, if I remove the left one, it would look like this. If you line it up this way, it's easy to see the next step. The R gets shifted to the right. This way, all of the letters are spread out evenly. This must be it.
そして次がまた難題であるぞ。我が名を称えよとな。
It's already clear that this is a word game. Those who remain shall praise my noble name. Just what are the remaining 5 letters supposed to do? Probably change their order to form a word.
U, D, R, L, O。この5文字をどうにかすると何かの意味になるということか。ここまで来てわけのわからぬ謎をこの5文字でどう我が名とやらを称えろというのか。
That man's name is Ushiramiya Kinzo. Is the U part of Ushiramiya? No, several letters don't match, and there aren't nearly enough letters to make Ushiramiya.
我が名とは金蔵を指すことだけは間違いない。ならばやはり U は後ろ宮を指すのか。イニシャルであるとか。ならば D、R、L、O は何を意味する。金蔵も意味せん。R、O でまさか六軒島を。六軒島の主金蔵。字数がまるで足らぬ。
This riddle left me totally confused. However, there were only 5 letters left. There can't be so many possible combinations of those letters. I could use process of elimination. Thinking I'd play around with it, I pulled out the U. There were 4 letters left. D, R, L, and O. My idea that the U stood for Ushiramiya was like a heavenly oracle. When I removed the U, I thought of making a word with the remaining 4 letters. D, R, L, and O. Those 4 letters spun around in my head, changing their orders. And I latched upon a single English word that would serve to praise Kinzo.
ロードだ。
Oh man, I was sitting here thinking, I was trying to figure out what that word would be. I kept getting like Doral.
ロード。
I had absolutely no basis for it. However, it was like a flash of inspiration. I quickly changed the letters around before that flash faded from my mind. Lord, you!
O、R、D、ロード、U、後ろ宮、後ろ宮卿。どうか第4の番に頭をえぐりって。
It was a key, so it wouldn't have turned if it was the wrong one. But it did turn. I managed to gouge it. I gouged the first letter, the L, with a click, then pulled it out.
次、第5の番。
There's gotta be some really interesting mechanics behind this whole thing to make it work, I feel.
胸をえぐりて殺せ。
The O is gouged and pulled out easily. Then the R. Next, the D. And finally, the U. When I turned the key of the U, I could feel a resistance as though some device had been activated. I waited for something to change, but nothing did. However, I had felt something happen. A secret door must have opened up somewhere around here. Waiting around won't accomplish anything. I've probably done everything I can here. All of the letters in quadrillion had been removed.
第9の番に 魔女はよみがえり、誰も生き残れはしない。
So this way, has the witch, have I revived? The 10th twilight. The journey shall end and you shall reach the capital where the gold dwells. When I stepped down off the ladder and looked around, I immediately noticed that small change.
ライオンの像が。
At some point, the lion statue in front of the chapel had turned to face a different direction. How did that work? Did Kinzo plan up this extravagant device back when he first started building on this island? I walked up to the lion statue and stared at it. Other than the fact that it was pointing a different direction, nothing had changed. In that case, is the lion looking at something in particular now? I followed its line of sight and saw another lion statue. And that lion statue had also changed its direction.
なるほど。
Oh, she's got the creepy eyes.
ライオンの道案内に従えという金蔵め。凝った仕掛けを作りおる。
I wasn't complaining anymore. I felt a bit of respect and awe at Kinzo for setting up such an intricate device and having it go undiscovered for all these years. There were lion statues standing like guards at the entrance and corners of the chapel. The direction they had faced had changed, pointing around to the back of the chapel. There was something there. It was no longer a surprise. This was after the device and the letters, after being guided by the lions. So when a gaping open secret passageway appeared, with stairs leading down to the darkness below, it wasn't surprising to me anymore.
これ黄金鏡への入り口だというのか、金座。
I think it just might be.
見つけたんですか、おじい様の黄金を。はい、長い長い時間をかけてたどり着いた黄金鏡でした。
過去のゲームによるならば、そこには地下の貴賓室があり、そして10トンの黄金が。
はい、地下への武骨な階段を降りていくと、突き当たりには扉が。中はまさに貴賓室と呼ぶべき美しき内装でした。
見つけたのは黄金だけだったのか。
はい、その時は積み上げられた黄金に目がくらまぬわけもありませんでした。
Oh, wow.
これは本物なのか。
I lightly touched the pile of gold with my finger. It was hard and cold. I must have imagined that it would crumble like a sandcastle if I touched it. Now, there could be no doubt. This certainly was a 10-ton pile of gold ingots. See, they talk about how much the gold's worth, but surely releasing that much gold into the market would make it crash. Would you really be able to get that much money out of it all? Maybe if you sold to a lot of separate people very quickly. So you'd probably want to sell it slowly, but that's probably the way to not blow your money all anyway. Considering the amount of gold I had just found, I figured I ought to be crying out in delight. I didn't really feel like laughing, but I thought it only good manners to do so in a situation like this, so I forced it out. Because of this, only a few feeble laughs slipped from my mouth. At that moment, even stronger than any delight, was a feeling as though I'd entered a place I wasn't supposed to be. I couldn't think of what I should do next, now that the epitaph's riddle had been completed. Then I heard approaching footsteps. It was coming from the stairway I had entered by. Someone was coming. Could it be Kinzo? If he finds out I've been in a place like this, will I get scolded harshly? I thought about hiding and forgetting this ever happened, but my legs wouldn't move. I kept standing there, stunned, in front of the pile of gold. As the footsteps drew closer and closer, the door opened, and I saw who it was. It wasn't Kinzo. It was Genji, secretly hoping for an unknown hobo.
そなたは
自分の力だけでたどり着いたのか。
うん。
For some time, Genji stared at Bito in silence as though he was calculating something. Then he slowly clapped his hands together. He did it again, over and over. It took quite a long time before I realized that he was applauding me.
親方様は碑文を最初に解いた者に黄金と家督のすべてを譲り渡すとおっしゃられた。そしてその人物がベアトリーチェであると信じた。
ベアトリーチェ、私が。
これは運命だ。お前は今日を迎えるのが運命だったのだ。
I didn't really understand what Genji was saying. Surely the shock of seeing the gold still had me paralyzed.
こっちへ来なさい。
はい。
Genji opened a closet. Inside was a torso wearing a beautiful dress made of black cloth and golden stitching. When I saw it, I understood immediately. It was the witch's dress. The black dress worn by the Beatrice in the portrait.
これに着替えなさい。
これは
かつてお前が着ていたものだ。
I've never worn a dress like this. However, I understood what Genji meant. This dress was one that Beatrice once wore. And the one who shows a miracle by solving the epitaph is Beatrice. By reaching this room, I succeeded the position of the real Beatrice. The one in the portrait. Why do I call myself Beatrice? Because the name of the Golden Witch who rules over Rokenjima's night is Beatrice. That's right. I wasn't the real Beatrice. I was a different witch, stealing the name of the witch from Kinzo's delusions. And now, I have become the real Beatrice. By solving the epitaph's riddle, my resurrection would be complete. I was the one who decided on that rule. However, this really was a ceremony to resurrect Beatrice. In the past, I believed that I could create my own fate with my magic. How ironic that fate should guide me to this place. At this moment, I must truly accept and believe in this word called fate.
これを着たら
親方様のところへ行く。支度をしなさい。ここで待て。
Oh, it's getting a bit sinister here. I think I'm gonna wrap it off there today. I know it's a short one. Apologies, but like I said, I am still recovering. I'm doing a lot better. I really am. It's just there's a lot of it. it takes a long time for me to edit these videos because I'm still coughing a bit and clearing my throat and all that, so I have to go back and edit through all that to clear that out. So it makes it come out sounding good, but it does take an awful lot longer to edit these videos. Anyway, I'm going to leave it off there. I think, I was talking about streaming that little bit before the tea party. I think just due to the nature of what is, me being sick and all, I think I'm going to decline that. And we will just do regular videos until the tea party, and then we will stream the tea party. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Umineko. Bye!